All right, here we go. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the CODcast, the greatest podcast in the history of mankind. And I'm your host, Humble Dusty Smith. And this is episode 80. Fuck yeah. Who'd have thought we'd ever make it to 80? Not me. I did 5 episodes like 3 years ago, and then I quit for 2 years. So I'm as shocked as anybody. And I have a good show for you guys tonight. People already hating on it. The Pewdipie chuds are out in full force tonight, so just expect in the chat for there to be a lot of trolls, because that's what the Pewdipie audience is full of. Children and grown-ass trolls. It's a sad, sad state of affairs. And first off, we're going to kick off the show. Going to jump right into it because I got a long show tonight for you. But as always, you want to support the show, please consider supporting me on Patreon. Patreon.com/CODcast. We're up to $1,211. Really appreciate my 138 patrons who are supporting the show. Sorry I did not do a show last night. There were tornadoes blowing all fucking through here last night. And I was like, well, I'm not going to risk that shit. So we just bunkered down. I figured I'd do a special Tuesday show for you guys. So doing it on Tuesday. So how's everybody doing? Hope you're all right. As always, the best instant way to support the show is through the Super Chats. Super Chat, lifeblood of the show. You guys know how it works. A little dollar sign down there by the chat. Click it. You can tip me. And I will read every fucking question you ask, every comment you leave. You can show your stuff, you can embarrass me, you can cuss me out, whatever you want to fucking do. It's all good to me. And Aspatch, always the first one to super chat me. Love me some Aspatch. Says, hey Dusty, tell Commie Potato thanks for saying that I'm cool during the last show, but that he should be nicer to you. That Spud's got attitude. Yeah, I had to like delete most of that shit. People were like, Dusty, man, you'll get your account banned. You need to watch what you're saying. So yeah, it was a little experiment I was doing. And I might have Commie Potato back for like short segments in the future, but I doubt I'm going to have him on for a full show anymore. But anyway, fun little experiment. And Levi Blue says, I bet he hasn't stopped using the N-word. I doubt it. Privately, you know he does. It's Pewdiepie. Pewdiepie. You know when he's in his gaming chats with his friends, don't know anything anybody's watching, he's screaming that word out. Barry by New, 229 pounds. So many kids turning into chuds because of this guy. I know, it's a shame. I was talking to my little niece the other day about it, and she's a big Pewdiepie fan. And she's like, if you ever get a chance to talk to Pewdiepie, let me talk to him first. And I was like, Pewdiepie, I hate my guts, man. I'm sure Pewdiepie knows who I am and knows I exist and don't like me and I don't like him. So, and it's a shame because she's such a smart girl. Her mom messaged me the other night and said that she was in Sunday school. And I got her watching Young Sheldon. I got it up on my Plex server, you know, pirating always, pirating his life, pirating his love. And so she's been watching the Young Sheldon, and she went into her Sunday school. And apparently she asked the Sunday school teacher, hey, if God made science, how come so much stuff in the Bible completely goes against science? And apparently they had to go get the preacher and shit because they couldn't answer her question. And it was all a whole hilarious mess. So I'm glad to see that, but also sad to see her listen to people like Pewdiepie, who I do not believe is a good influence on the kids. And we're going to look into why in a minute. Breaking Bat 094 999 says, Chuds will be chuds. Have a good show. I appreciate that, Breaking Bat. We are going to have a good show. So Pewdiepie deletes his fucking Twitter, right? And blames virtual signaling. Of course. Instead of taking responsibility for the monster he has created, the fucking Pewdiepie army of trolls that have done nothing but create an incredibly toxic environment on Twitter. Instead of taking any responsibility for his fucking past actions, where I'm going to show you in a second here, where he has repeatedly signal boosted and been friendly to anti-SJW, right-wing chuds, and straight-out fucking white supremacists, right? Never took any fucking responsibility for that, never apologized in any meaningful way, never did anything to distance himself from it. But now he's saying he's leaving Twitter because of virtue signaling. He basically threw the left under the bus here. I'm going to show you. But before I do, folks, I'm going to play about 5 or 6 minutes of a previous show I did for you on Pewdiepie. And I'm just going to show you the excuse that they're giving that it's just virtue signaling when you criticize them. It's just let the virtue signaling. They don't only listen to them. They're virtue signaling. It's a fucking bullshit argument because there are plenty of legitimate reasons to criticize him for the things he's done on Twitter, and I'm going to fucking show you. First off, the hilarious thing about speaking out in this way against virtue signaling is it's basically a type of virtue signaling in itself. Basically, when you shout out against virtue signaling like this, you're basically trying to tell people, hey, I'm way too virtuous to virtue signal. Unlike those liberal woke scold shitheads, I don't virtue signal, which is exactly virtue signaling, right? It's just a fucking type of it. And I totally agree with what actual context says here. It's a pejorative used to dismiss humanistic concerns of injustice or equality. A thought-terminating trope meant to devalue a person who speaks against things like racism, misogyny, transphobia, homophobia, etc. It's essentially negative social pressure as well, and that's all it is, right? Instead of admitting the criticism is real, instead of having to answer it or take any responsibility whatsoever, you can just say, oh, you're just virtue signaling. You don't really give a shit that I'm a racist shithead. You're virtue signaling. So anyway, I'm going to play you this 6 minutes, maybe 7 minute clip from my last show that shows you all the receipts. And this is just a very small amount of them. There are so many more I can show you. This doesn't even include the whole fiasco with the ADL, where basically his racist fan base talked him into not donating to the ADL. And they were incredibly racist. I've shown this on my show before. He's done nothing to properly distance themselves from the incredible amount of racists who turned it all into an anti-Semitic attack, which declared the Jews were, the evil, greedy Jews were blackmailing Pewdipie, and they had taken over his channel. I showed you guys all that. But anyway, this doesn't include that. This is just a very limited number of examples and the receipts of the multiple times Pewdipie has either signal boosted for anti-SJWs and right-wing chuds or been friendly with straight-out white supremacists. All right, so let's have a look, shall we? Yep. And let's take a look why this is just one in many of a pattern for Pewdipie, right? First of all, Pewdipie gave a shout-out to Jordan Peterson's book, right? No mention that Jordan Peterson lied about Bill C-16, causing more hatred towards trans people than anybody probably in my lifetime. I don't think any single person has caused more harm and more hatred towards trans people than the lies of Jordan Peterson. Never mention it. Never mention all the other horrible shit Jordan Peterson says and done. No matter. Didn't mention any of the sexist stuff like, oh my God, women who wear makeup to work are somewhat hypocritical if they don't want to be sexually harassed. Right? What if he feels that way about his wife? Your wife ever been to a job, Jordan Peterson? Did she wear makeup to that job? Do you think your wife is a hypocrite for not wanting to be sexually harassed at her job? You fucking piece of shit. So first off, Pewdipie here, being a total fucking chud, kissing Jordan Peterson's ass just like you would expect a right-wing fucking idiot to do. Fuck Pewdipie. Then he has Ben Shapiro on his show, uncritically has Ben Shapiro on his show. Doesn't shit on Ben Shapiro for any of the transphobic, anti-gay stances, the global warming, not all that shit, right? Doesn't give a fuck. 479,000 views, putting Ben Shapiro on his platform uncritically, letting him say what the fuck he wants to do. And, oops. Let me go back here. Then next up, he gives a shout out to Sargon of Akkad multiple times. You know Sargon, the dude who laughed about Heather Heyer being murdered by white supremacists, blamed her for her own death, said, oh, she wasn't even killed by white supremacists. She had a heart attack because she was fat. And now people want to blame white supremacy for it. Let's laugh. He literally said that while he was on the stream with another fucking white supremacist Nazi. So, of course, Pewdipie, multiple shout outs, right? There's one. Here he is, directly linking to Sargon of Akkad's videos. So, another in the pattern. And he eventually edited this out, but he posted a cartoon from another white supremacist basic Nazi. Who was, what the fuck's this guy's name? Stone Tops, who makes basically right-wing propaganda cartoons. White supremacist cartoons. And, of course, Pewdipie, whether he's doing it on purpose or not, it doesn't really matter. He has a responsibility of his platform having 100 million subscribers to be better than this, because he knows how his influence is, right? He looks at the comments on his videos and he knows that there's tons of fucking racists in there. There's tons of anti-Semites. But instead of fighting back in any meaningful way, he just lets it go and he just says, oh, it's not me. It's the fucking SJWs. Because his ego won't allow him to admit that he's a fucking shit stain who isn't doing enough to repel these people. So that's what all these people do, right? When the egos won't allow them to admit they're wrong, they just blame the people that are criticizing them. It's just because the SJWs are too sensitive about everything. Fuck y'all. And it pushes them to listen to more people like Sargon and the Quartering and whatnot. It's your ego, man. Like, I got tons of fucking people call me racist for all my racist, shitty watermelon and fried chicken jokes, for me basically making a joke about how black people rioting were just trying to steal shit. Tons of people fucking shit on me for it hard, you know? Called me every name in the fucking book, and it did not push me to the right. You know what it did? It made me reevaluate all my decisions and my choices and change for the better. Because I'm a fucking adult. That's what you do. You don't fucking move to the right when somebody criticizes you of your shitty behavior. You take it in and you try to use it to self-improve if you're a fucking adult. So here he is. He failed yet again to vet a meme that featured alt-right Brittany Venti, which made her much more popular. She had a giant boost after that. Here's him posting a link to Colette Magazine, which is the magazine that the intellectual dark web has been caught multiple times posting fake articles or lying in their articles in order to push a right-wing chud agenda. But good old Pewdipie, yeah. They made a fucking article about me, so let's retweet that shit, right? Here he is promoting the kill stream with Even Ralph. Kill stream is direct out fucking alt-right bullshit. He gave them a huge fucking boost by directly linking to them. Right? Here he is giving a fist bump to Stefan Molyneux. Yeah. You know, Stefan Molyneux, probably one of the most racist motherfuckers on Twitter. We're going to talk about him a little bit more later, but a guy who's gone in fucking sane. I know you're rocking that pink, Stefan. Yeah, we're so friendly, me and you, Stefan. Hey, here's a fist bump, Stefan, or here's a bro fist for you, Stefan Molyneux. You cool, Stefan. Yeah. And of course, he was following Stefan. People were saying to me, just because PewDiePie is following all these chuds doesn't mean he agrees with them, but he wasn't following them to ridicule them. He wasn't following them to shit on them or disagree with them. He was actually friendly with these people, right? He was friendly with Jordan Peterson. He's fucking friendly with Stefan Molyneux, right? This one says he's following Brittany Pettibone. Yep, here's him being all buddy-buddy with Lauren Southern. You know Lauren Southern, the one who has probably the most popular white supremacist video on the internet. The one that was cited in multiple terrorist white supremacist shooting sprees about the Great Replacement. Yeah, spicy. You so spicy, Lauren Southern. And of course, he was following her too. No, he was following them because he disagreed with them. Just because he's following them doesn't mean he endorses them. Yep, he does though. It's a pattern of behavior that you can recognize, people. Now, you can ignore everything, each incident separately. You can just ignore them and make excuses of them. But when you start laying all this stuff out one after the fucking other, there's a pattern of fucking behavior. And at some point, if you ignore it or deny it, it's just because you're a fucking sycophant fan. He basically has a cult at this point. He's like Trump, basically. He can do no wrong, whatever he does or says, even if he wears a symbol that looks exactly like a fucking Nazi symbol, while he explains why he's not going to give a donation to a Jewish charity. He didn't do it on purpose. Don't blame PewDiePie for his actions. So, and here's him. Buddy with Paul Joseph Watson. You know Paul Joseph Watson, who has 1 million subscribers on Twitter, who a bulk of his content is just lying about immigrants, brown people, in order to make people hate on them. A guy who has been named in 2 different trials of terrorist white supremacists who were followers of his. Apparently PewDiePie has no problem liking his shit. As long as you make a nice thing about PewDiePie, PewDiePie don't give a fuck who you are. And of course, he was also following Paul Joseph Watson. For all those you saying, oh my God, just because he's following doesn't mean he endorses him. How about liking his videos? Yep, I would say that's a slight endorsement. That's just me. Anyway, over and over and over again, and that's not including the most recent incident with ADL, where you can see, just go watch his videos and see the comments, right? And see that a huge percent of his fan base are just right-wing, anti-Semitic, racist shitheads. And he doesn't seem to care enough to stop it or do anything about it. Pretty fucking disappointing. So, this is just another in the pattern behavior of PewDiePie. Putting his name behind the quartering. And it's, you know, not surprising that fucking PewDiePie is being influenced by these people. All right, so that's all that clip I'm going to play. So this leads into my next thing I'm going to talk about here. The most recent situation where he's basically abandoned Twitter and decided to throw the left under the bus and instead of taking responsibility for anything he's fucking done whatsoever. Right? Typical fucking PewDiePie bullshit. But first of all, I want to show you, before I get to that, here's what it's like to talk about PewDiePie on Twitter. Here's what it's like interacting with his fan base. This all happened within 90 minutes, okay? This is the kind of toxic environment PewDiePie's fans have brought to Twitter. In 90 minutes, silence boomer, a boomer hot take. Boomer, 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 boomer. It's just about the bottom of the barrel as it can possibly get, his fan base. You know, he has attracted this army of toxic troll children who, in my experience, have done more to make Twitter a cesspool than any other single group of people I've ever come in contact with. So obviously, when PewDiePie decides he's going to leave Twitter, he takes full responsibility, doesn't he? Right? He admits all his wrongdoings and how he has helped make Twitter a cesspool, and he called out his own fan base and set out to be all virtuous and try to make amends for what he's done wrong, right? No. He blamed virtue signaling. It's the virtue signalers, and I'm going to show you here. Here's the video he put out.
I hate Twitter. I think about deleting mine.
It's mutual. Don't step on my keyboard, dude. But supposedly he is so fragile he can't handle virtue signaling. Oh my God, I have to delete my Twitter because of virtue signalers. And so he has this opportunity to give so many examples of these evil virtue signalers who are driving him off Twitter, and yet he only gives one single example. One fucking single example, and it's a leftist that he's decided to throw under the bus. It's J.K. Rowling. J.K. Rowling, who has decided that she wanted to retcon a few of her characters in order to make them gay because she wants to make gay acceptance more normalized in the world, because there's still so many problems with, you know, homophobia and hatred towards gay people, and she wants to make a positive difference. So this is the example PewDiePie has given, the single example that he has given to explain why he has decided to delete his Twitter. Let's look at it. And this is not an example. This is not even an example of virtue signaling. This is just somebody trying to be a decent person, and this is what he cites.
Understand that it does, but what annoys me most about it is that it gets rewarded. Through social media, we get likes, we get engagement by boasting about certain things. It's very popular. A classic example could be J.K. Rowling changing the sexual identity retroactively on her characters.
That is not an example of virtue signaling. That is just someone trying to be a decent human being. So basically, he's just throwing the left under the bus. The only example he's given is a leftist trying to do something decent, and this is the example he gets. And watch, he continues to do it.
The way to posture for social virtue points. This, to me, is a good example because most understand that it's complete bullshit, but
they're just posturing for social virtue points. And this is what he only clips this very quickly, so you have to like pause it to be able to see it. But this is the example he gives. She's basically just telling a joke. Here's something special about Harry Potter I've been meaning to share with you all. Now that he's entered his late 30s, Harry suffers from erectile dysfunction, a disorder that has not only hurt his self-esteem, but also has driven a wedge between him and his wife, Jenny. It's just a fucking joke that she's making. Yet, oh my God, I have to delete my Twitter because of virtue signaling. Look at this. Look at these fucking leftists here. They've ruined everything. No, motherfucker, no. Look, in my opinion, what's happened here is PewDiePie is like his hero, Jordan Peterson. Jordan Peterson has said publicly, has admitted that he doesn't even go post on Twitter directly himself anymore. He has a third party he sends his tweets to, and they tweet it for him because he is so fragile. He can't even stand to see the criticism he gets on Twitter. And in my opinion, that's exactly what's happened with PewDiePie here. There are so many people criticizing him correctly for good reason. And these narcissists, it hurts their ego so bad that people are continuously sucking their dicks that they cannot fucking stand to see it. So instead of owning up to it, instead of admitting that not only is he part of the problem, but the fan base he has cultivated is a giant part of the cesspool Twitter problem, he's just like, no, it's virtue signaling. It's all virtue signaling, folks. Fuck. I'm not responsible for any of this. These fucking It's J.K. Rowling trying to stand for gay people and make homosexuals more acceptable to society. Oh my God. Let's throw her under the fucking bus. So that's exactly what he did. Typical fucking PewDiePie shit. And of course, exactly like you expected, the anti-SJWs and the white supremacist went public sucking his dick over it. Here's Brittany Pettibone. Now Brittany's selling her. She's literally the one, the white supremacist who married the other guy who was the leader of the white supremacist organization, who the mosque shooter who murdered a dozen Muslims sent him a donation to. These are the people that Pewdiepie is attracting, that are sucking Pewdiepie's dick over this shit. Why not call these people out? Why throw fucking J.K. Rowling under the bus simply for trying to make gay people more socially acceptable? Why not actually attack the real problem? The people you're attracting. Well, the reason he doesn't do that is because he doesn't want to lose subscribers. Pewdiepie is a mentally ill subscription hoarder. And he knows that an entire incredible amount of his fan base are right-wing chuds and anti-SJW because he himself is an anti-SJW chud. And he doesn't want to alienate his fan base. So that's why he won't actually take responsibility and do the right thing. Here's Gab Trends. You know, the white supremacy social media site Gab's Trends. Shouting out Pewdiepie. Yeah, Pewdiepie gets married, announces that he's taking a break from YouTube in January, deletes his Twitter account, and introduces tens of millions of kids to ancient philosophy, which will teach them how to think. Woo, lads. Yeah, you go, Pewdiepie, says Gab's Trends. Great people you're attracting there, fucking Pewdiepie. And so, this is just typical Pewdiepie shit, right? And the thing is, nobody will call him out for it. I'm like, probably the only person that you're going to see say any of this shit. Because his fans will attack you. They'll just come one after the other, call you a boomer, call you names, attack you. Because it's like a cult. It's literally like a cult. Most of them are children, but some of them are actually adults. Like this guy, he may be in the show right now. He messaged me earlier on here and was talking about how he agrees with Pewdiepie. Pewdiepie didn't say anything wrong. So I like to go like look at people's YouTubes and stuff to see who the people that come and argue with me are. And this is a real-life, grown-ass adult man, folks. Seriously.
So after I've seen people putting up $1 million billboards in Times Square, going around their city and putting flyers on vehicles everywhere, going on radio shows, getting tattoos and shit, I just knew that I had to do my part somehow. And even though I don't have the biggest social media following or a ton of money at my disposal, you know, that's everybody has got to do their part, you know, for the biggest populist movement to ever hit YouTube.
Look at this
So
shit.
$40 of vinyl, $15 to $20 of transfer paper, hours of heart and soul, a badass cousin who
So this guy's decided to plaster his shitty car with subscribe to Pewdiepie all over the place. Holy shit. And I don't like to make fun of incels too much, because like I do feel sorry for them, but good lord, this screams virginity. Dude, like, no girl is ever going to be attracted to you if you behave this way. This reminds me of the poor people that continuously stand for billionaires. That continuously tell you how awesome Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos are. PewDiePie got 100 million subscribers, worth 22 million pounds. You think he give a fuck about you? Holy shit, dude. What is wrong with you? But yeah, this is just a guy like earlier, was in my chat here, probably in the fucking chat, dude. Just sycophants. It's amazing, but this is what it's like. This is what his fan base is like, and these are the people that have made Twitter such a fucking cesspool. So no, folks, it's not these people. It's not his fucking chud-ass troll army. It's fucking J.K. Rowling, isn't it? It's all the virtue signalers who were trying to explain to him why his racist bullshit and his signal boosting for anti-SJW is actually bad for society. That's the real problem, isn't it? Nope, I see right through that shit. So anyway, fuck PewDiePie, I guess that's what I'm getting at here. And I'm going to talk about, another example of this. I want to talk about why you shouldn't throw fucking people like J.K. Rowling under the bus simply for trying to make homosexuality more acceptable. Well, this just happened. Fucking Hallmark pulled ads because 1 Million Moms, a Christian organization, complained. They fucking got on the internet and bitched and moaned and griped because one of their commercials had 2 women kissing. Oh my God, in 2019, you can't have 2 women kissing. So they fucking pulled the goddamn ads. Still like that. We still need gay acceptance in this country, in this world, right? And that's why it's not virtue signaling to actually try to do something about it to help society and make some of your characters gay to try to make it more socially acceptable. What the fuck is wrong with you, PewDiePie? Like, seriously, dude. Now, luckily, they actually walked back on it. More people were for this kiss than were against it because our society is improving thanks to people like J.K. Rowling. No thanks to assholes like PewDiePie, but thanks to actual people who are trying to make positive social change. And they started playing the ads again. It was a shame that they pulled the ads to fucking begin with, but that's the society we live in. And this is a Trump's supporters. This is exactly how they are. Trumpers be like, oh my God, boycott Hallmark over a kiss. And then like, Melania is the classiest ever. Even though Melania is literally in lesbian porn. The equivalent of lesbian porn. But it's just hypocrites, you know? There's such a double standard, and they don't really give a fuck. They don't give a fuck about any of this stuff. They're just trying to hate folks. They don't really care that there was a lesbian kiss on TV. They just want to fucking hate and use their Bible as an excuse. So anyway, another example of why Pewdipie should go fuck himself. So tired of goddamn seeing that stuff. This is the world we live in, where Trump is president and Pewdipie has 100 million subscribers, a cult-like fan base who will suck his dick regardless of how much stupid bullshit he does, right? All right, let's stop and read the super chats. Super chats. I got through the Pewdipie stuff quicker than I thought I was going to. I need to. I got so much to cover. I don't want to skip it all tonight like I did on my last show. Baron Von Noob. No, I already read that. Cecilia says, I hate my cat, and I'm going to make it go vegan. Oh, okay. Well, I don't think that's that bad if you can find some good vegan food. And I doubt you hate your cat. Cats are adorable. Even though mine are running around acting like little assholes right now, they're still cute as fuck. Awesome09, $5 says, good game! Thank you, Hippo. Appreciate that. Awesome9, Breaking Bat, 094, 499. I am a gamer, but this weird gamer attraction towards things and people that are foul just because it's cool is getting old. Yeah, some people are like, PewDiePie is just a gamer, he's just an entertainer. Why should he be held responsible for the shit he does? Because he has 100 million subscribers. He attracts an incredibly large number of children who worship him. His actions matter. There is something called platform responsibility, and the larger your platform, the more responsibility you have. Hell, I have responsibility for my platform. Now, I don't have as much responsibility for my platform as PewDiePie does. He has way more responsibility, and I take my responsibility for this small-ass little platform than he does for his John 100 million platform. And it's a fucking shame, and he should be called out for it, and nobody's calling this motherfucker out for it. Somebody's got to do it, folks. Sorry. If it's got to be me, fuck it. I'll do it. Like, who gives a shit, right? Lobo, $10. I live in fucking California. If it comes down to Biden versus Trump, which unfortunately it seems like it will, why do I need to vote? Thanks to Electoral College, seems to me my vote doesn't mean shit. Exactly how I feel. Like, there's no reason for you to vote for the president here in Mississippi because Trump's going to win 100%. There's no doubt about it. So maybe the local elections are more important to vote for. Maybe the senator shit, you know, Congress is more important. Maybe. Not really. It's still going to go all Republican here. But, yeah, the Electoral College pretty much makes democracy a moot point. Our government is illegitimate. Fuck that shit. Thank you, Lobo. Awesome Gaming. What do you think about the Washington Post article about the 2,000 pages of the Afghanistan war and about them lying for 18 years about the war? Somebody actually gave me a free subscription to the Washington Post, and I went and checked this shit out. And it's amazing. Nobody's talking about it. Even I'm not really talking about it. But they basically have all the receipts now, all the documents. The United States government has been lying to all of us for the last 18 years about how badly the war in Afghanistan is going, about how even the troops don't know what the fuck's going on, how they're losing terribly, and they're still just pouring trillions and trillions of dollars into it, and not a peep being made. Almost no media is fucking covering this shit. Nobody's talking about it, and that's America for you. We can literally wage wars where you spend trillions of dollars, enough to end homelessness, end hunger, give us all fucking medical care for free, but we don't even fucking talk about it or give a shit. We're so distracted by other stuff. It's the fucking trans people. Oh my God. They're going to use the wrong bathrooms. Fucking outrage. That's America for you. It's not a great country, folks. It's not a fucking great country. But, you know, at some point, it just seems hopeless. It seems like there's nothing we can do about it. And so, like, in the last show, I was getting really kind of extreme about it. But I think I'm just going to go back more to my feelings of believing it's too absurd to take seriously. Even though we are evil country and my tax dollars are going to murder brown people who a lot of them are fucking innocent. And it's heartbreaking to even think about that. I don't even know how to process it anymore. It's just so fucking awful. Get the pitchfork, $2. Thank you for that. Victoria Cunningham, $5. What's that, Victoria? Because Fuzzy needs food. I heard that, man. They eat so goddamn much. Seems like the dogs have tripled their eating. I don't know if it's because of the fucking wintertime. They're trying to gain weight. But holy shit, man. I had to buy like a 50-pound bag of dog food like every 3 days now. It's crazy. So thank you for that. All the help you guys can give me with the super chats is much appreciated. Most of the money goes to the Humanist Society of Mississippi Animal Sanctuary, where I go and rescue cute little dogs and kittens that are about to be put down and try to give them a good forever home. So we do good work here. So like if you have a few bucks to spare, I do a good job of putting it to good use. So I'm as good as any to give it to, in my opinion. Ben Davis, $10. We become a culture of excuses, excusing all the worst aspects of humanity. We're saturated with it. Not even original excuses, just the same stuff recycled over and over. It's sickening, I know. PewDiePie's fans are just like, boomer, You're boo. There's just anything they can to shut down the conversation. Just an army of fucking shit posters who just want to derail every fucking important conversation where nothing can be discussed that's meaningful. Want to talk about why Twitter is a fucking cesspool. Hard to believe this motherfucker can blame J.K. Rowling and have 3 million people suck his dick over it. Have nobody call him out for it. It's just insane, man. It's fucking frustrating, but what can you do? Beast Nation 2009, Pewdipie is so cute. It's a shame he's a fascist. He's a good-looking guy, which is no doubt a big part of the reason he's so popular, man. I got to give it to him. He's a handsome dude, but, you know, he's the poster boy for white supremacy, right? Like, if you were going to make the perfect Aryan specimen, you would basically draw Pewdipie, which, you know, it's understandable why he's so attractive to those people. Tell you what, boy, gave me $4.99. Think you tell you what, boy. Tell you what. Adam Wright gave me $5. Pewdipie's Tiny Pete probably tastes like Pewdie poop. Ooh, gross. I don't even want to think about that. Anyway, thank you for that. Appreciate that. More super chats, please, if you can. Dusty 2020. Nope, I don't want to be president. I don't want to run for any kind of office. And even if I did, they would do the Jink Uyghur playbook against me, where they would just play all that shit I said in the past that I've already apologized for, and then use it to burn me down and lie about me. So, you know, it's pointless in my opinion. Bring back Commie Potato. Okay, not tonight. I might bring it back in a shorter segment in later shows. It's really hard to do that. It's really hard to play 2 different characters at the same time live. It was pretty fucking exhausting doing that last time. Afghan heroin trade is blooming. I know. Where can I get me some Afghan heroin? I'm going to get some after this fucking show. Yeah, how are we going to pay for that? Never given for war. I know, right? 18 years of the Afghanistan war, and they never say that. How are we going to pay for that? It's just like, how are we going to pay for homeless people and school lunches and Medicare? How are we going to pay for it when it comes to people dying? As long as we're killing them, it's fine. But if they're dying for stuff that can be preventable, it can't be paid for. And that's America for you. Not great. It's not great. I guess I'm... Hey! Stash! Hey! Stop it! I will turn this goddamn CODcast around, motherfuckers. Don't make me. He's not even fucking listening to me at all. All right, sorry about that. I'm going to scream in you guys' ears. But as always, we have 11 cats running around. So, yeah, that's why it's the greatest podcast of all time. What other podcast has 11 cats running around in the middle of the goddamn podcast? Had to scream out. Nobody. And I was going to talk about this Ben Shapiro clip where he basically shits on gay people who are just trying to use Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer to give some context to their own personal experience. Another example of why PewDiePie shouldn't shit on people who are just trying to make gay acceptance more normalized. But I'm going to skip that because I'm sick of Ben Shapiro. Fuck him. Oh my God, you guys see this one? Prepare to get mad. What in the absolute fuck? You guys probably saw this one. I guess I don't have to play the sound. But anyway, this cop body slams this kid. Yeah. Twice. Fucking body slams this kid twice, man. Holy shit. And it's like what Davey says here. The cop got put on paid leave. Paid leave for assaulting an unarmed child walking in the hallway. Paid leave for body slamming a child twice and an unprovoked and entirely one-sided altercation. He shouldn't be on paid leave. He should be in jail for assaulting a minor. I'm assuming he will be in jail eventually, but definitely should not be on fucking paid leave. Fuck that. ACAB, am I right? What should happen to this motherfucker? Seriously, put him in general pop. That's what I say. Put him in prison in general pop. Let everybody know that he abused a little black boy. Let's see what happens to him. You know? I know that seems fucking extreme, but god damn it. Something has to be done to make examples out of these motherfuckers. Seriously, it's getting tired. Seriously fucking tired. And it's true, folks. Our country is run by the dumbest motherfuckers. This is the #1 news program in America, folks. This is what it's like to live in America. For those of you in other countries who can't even imagine, good Lord, it really is this fucking stupid.
Eric and I were talking about what's going on with impeachment and the FISA and all that. But will you guys be able to just forget about all of it and really enjoy the fact that you really are part of the first family? You are the first family. I mean, you've done wonderful things for this country. We now don't have the political correctness that we used to. I mean, people are actually saying Merry Christmas.
You can say Merry Christmas again.
Yes,
Isn't that so nice, Janine?
I love it. I love Christmas trees. I love Santa over here. I mean, you know, how do you feel that your father has done all of that, Eric?
It's incredible. It is nice to say Merry Christmas again, and it is a beautiful thing to celebrate all the holidays with beautiful little kids like this. I mean, this is what America is all about, and this is what the American dream's all about. And this is why we have an incredible country, because we can sit there with the Santa Claus and with beautiful trees and eat ice cream and open presents and love one another and see little ones grow. And it's the best of this nation, and I'm proud of him for.
Man, this has really triggered my PSTD. I'll never forget that moment 5 years ago where I was in Walmart and there was this brave, incredibly brave, older gentleman, Walmart greeter. And he was there, and they were saying, say happy holidays, everybody. He was like, no, I refuse. I'm going to say Merry Christmas, everybody, Merry Christmas. And they're like, motherfucker, you better say happy holidays. Do not say Merry Christmas. And he says, no, I will never stand down. Merry Christmas, everybody, Merry Christmas. And they executed him right in front of me. I will never forget the feel of the blood spray on my face as his brain splattered right in front of me and he fell to the ground. I heard his body thump. There's not a day go by that I don't thank my God that he sent Donald Trump to save us from this tyranny. Obviously, I'm just kidding, folks. For those of you in other countries, it's all bullshit. You've always been able to say Merry Christmas here. They've always said Merry Christmas. Sometimes people say Happy Holidays. Sometimes they say Merry Christmas. And now it's exactly the same. 0% has changed. They make up this fake shit, these fake crises, and then they pretend like they solved them. And the dumbass motherfuckers who follow them believe it. They're like, yeah, sure, you used to not be able to say Merry Christmas. And thank God for Donald Trump. Now you can finally say Merry Christmas. It's just completely made up. Complete invention. But this is the leader of the free world, folks. This is how it works. Just the dumbest shit in the whole fucking possible world. It's just too absurd to take seriously. So just laugh it off. Ha ha. You so crazy with your lying ass. Oh my good fucking Lord. All right, let me check the super chats real quick. Super chats. You can say Merry Christmas if you want. Fuck you, Junior. I know, right? Like 0 has ever changed. Donald Trump did nothing. Nobody has behaved any differently since Trump was president. It's all made up. Jake Jonas, $1.99. What up, Dusty? What up, Jake Jonas? Much love and respect, my dude. Much love and respect to you, Jake Jonas. Appreciate that. Spanky Weasel says, hey, Dusty, how fucked are we? Incredibly fucked. If our elections are no longer fair, how many years till we collapse? Have some fuzzy money, friend. Thanks for looking after them. I don't know how long it is till we collapse, but, like we're going to talk about the Sink Uger thing in a minute. Or the Jink Uger. I'm sorry. Some people say it's racist that I keep calling him the wrong name. I don't mean it for it to be racist. That's my ignorance, calling him the wrong name. Anyway. But the New York Times basically lied about him. And we have these billionaires that buy up all the media. I think almost every single media company we have in this country are owned by like 9 people. 9 billionaires. And then they don't want these progressives to be in office because then they would actually have to pay taxes. So they just lie. And they brainwash the populace into voting against their own best interests. And it happens over and over and over again. And how do we stop that? I don't know. Because I have ideas on how we could stop that. But if I tell you, I will starve. If I tell you what we should do, then they will pull my PayPal. They will ban me from YouTube. And you will never hear my words again. And my animals will starve. And if it was just me, maybe I would take that chance. But I have all these mouths to feed. And I'm trying to do good here. And so I can't tell you. I'm trapped in this fucking system. And so I don't know how we're going to overcome it. I don't know if we can overcome it. I guess things are just going to have to get way, way, way fucking worse and people are going to have to start freaking out about it. But it's definitely disgusting. Every time a lib or lefty says the children are our future in regards to progress being made, I shudder because many teens support PewDipie. Shaking my head. I know, right? He has such a fucking following among the young. And it's understandable why. Because, I mean, his content is so stupid. It's literally made for the dumbest people in society. The kind of people that would subscribe to PewDipie all over their piece of shit cars, right? But there are so many of them, right? Over 100 million subscribers. It's like George Carlin used to say, 50% or 49.9% of people are of below average intelligence. And that's like, what, 3.5 billion people? So it's just really hard to fight back against. Jeannie Rude says, sorry, I'm late to the party. No problem, Jeannie Rude. Better late than never. Now that you're here, we can start. Appreciate that. Zay gave me $5. Do you think we will be able to escape capitalism in time, or is it too late already? Man, that's a tough question. I don't want to be a downer and too nihilistic about it. I want to be optimistic and hope that we can make a change. I really think if Bernie gets in office, I think Bernie's probably our last chance, to be honest with you. I think if they re-elect Donald Trump over Bernie Sanders, I think it's game over for us, to be honest with you. But maybe I'm just fear-mongering. I don't know. I'm a fucking idiot, so I guess time will tell. All right, and Trump Space Force may get $72 million next year. I know they just passed one of the biggest budgets in history. You know, Congress keeps telling us how crazy Trump is and how he needs to be impeached, and then they're giving him the record budgets for the military. They've increased the military by tens of billions of dollars. Always plenty of money to kill motherfuckers. So, just depressing. Thank you, Cam. Really appreciate that. More super chats if you guys can. Let me check out the regular chat real quick before I continue on with the show. 40 minutes in. PewDiePie is an idiot. Yes, PewDiePie is an idiot. But he could be better. He could do better. He has such an amazingly large platform, and he could make so much positive change if only he wants to. And instead, he wants to run away from criticism and blame the left for it. Throw us under the fucking bus. It's just, it's tiring. Fuck this motherfucker. Fuck all you keep supporting him too, in my opinion. What are you saying, Dusty? I'm part of the 101st Regiment of Soldiers who are tasked at defeating Christmas and returning it to Solstice Day. The war never ends, comrade. Well, Godspeed to you on the front lines. When you see Santa Claus, double tap him for me. Because fuck that motherfucker. They're waging the war on happy holidays. So terrible, isn't it? So terrible. I posted a tweet yesterday about how living in the South, one of the most common experiences I have is like when I'm at the store. The cashiers and greeters and everybody, they always say to me, have a blessed day. Goodbye, have a blessed day. And man, as an atheist, every time they say that to me, I look them directly in their eyeballs and I say, thank you. You have a good day too. And then I walk away because these people are just trying to be nice to me. Why be a dickhead? There's like this stereotype that atheists are really mad about this kind of stuff. What are you guys doing? Chill. But we're not. We don't give a shit. We know these people are just trying to be nice. We gotta agree with them on everything, but we're not fucking dickheads about it. You can say Merry Christmas to me all you want to. You can say have a blessed day. Who cares? I will have a Merry Christmas. Thank you. You have a Merry Christmas too. I mean, I don't participate in all the Jesus worship and shit, but I go hang out with my family and have a good meal. You know, give them a few presents. I bought my mom a TV this year. They had like a power surge and her stove went out, her television went out. So I bought her a nice 50-inch TV. Was real proud to be able to give her that, man. So I like Christmas. It's all good. Quit stereotyping atheists. We're pretty fucking cool, right? Fuck your blessing. Yes, what I say. Fuck your blessing, motherfucker. Shove it up your ass. I don't want to be blessed. I want to be unblessed. I want a horrible life. No, don't say that. It's cool. You know, people are generally nice to me, and I'm generally nice to them. Works out pretty well. All right. Dusty. Yo, how are you going to watch my video but not smash that like button? Okay. Sorry. I didn't smash the like button. Oh, yeah, that was the one where you're like putting the shit on the car, right? I'm not liking that shit. What the fuck is wrong with you, dude? PewDiePie don't give a fuck about you, man. What is wrong with you? You know there are so many decent people out there you could be throwing your support behind. Not fucking millionaires. A guy worth over $20 million who don't give a fucking shit about you. There are like decent human beings out there, like animal rescues and stuff you could be put on your car. But instead you're standing for these shit stains who don't progress society in any way. What is wrong with you? You're a grown-ass man. And seriously, I mean, oh man, I don't think they make fun of you too much because you're probably a nice guy, dude. You're probably a decent human being. But this ain't it, Chief. Seriously. There are much better things you could be doing with your time and money than that. This millionaire does not need your fucking support. Why do you keep supporting these goddamn millionaires who don't care about you? It's insane. There are animals right now being fucking put down. They could use that $60 you spent to put that shit on your car to make you look like a dumbass. It's just, don't you ever get tired of being part of the problem? Don't you want to be part of the solution? Don't you want to be a decent human being that makes positive social change? Clearly not. You guys revel in it, and it's frustrating. So here's another thing that was going viral last week. You guys might have seen this shit. Here's speaking of, let me play the other clips first before I play this one. Okay, we can go down to Charlie Kirk here. Here's Charlie Kirk playing the same clip. According to this kid's mother and lawyer, this young man got beat up brutally and hospitalized because he voiced support for real Donald Trump. This is the left. Support Trump, they will try and ruin your life. Wear a MAGA hat, you will get attacked. Yeah. He was wearing a MAGA hat, and they attacked him over it. Goddamn lefties in this country. Where's the MAGA hat? I don't see no fucking MAGA hat. Where is it? Just trust us. It was because of a MAGA hat. And here's this Terrence Williams guy's talking about virtue signaling. He watching this video, just shaking his head. He's the Trump supporter. I can't believe this. I can't believe they're attacking this little white boy because he supported Trump. What is wrong? It's virtue signaling like a motherfucker. You know this guy doesn't give a goddamn shit. He's just trying to fucking pander to his audience. 36,000 likes over this shit. We're a Pewdipie to call this guy out. And of course, even people like the Amazing Atheist were spreading this shit. Remember when the Amazing Atheist pretended to be a skeptic? Remember that shit? Now he's like, kid gets beat up like a ragdoll for wearing a Trump hat. As a Trump hater and a Bernie supporter, I think this shit is wrong and needs to stop. It ain't like this. It is the first time this has happened. No one should be subject to assault for any reason ever. And I agree that he shouldn't be assaulted. But leave it to TJ not to be skeptical in any fucking way about this. Leave it to him just to spread fucking right-wing propaganda without waiting for the truth to come out. Just disappointing to see. This guy used to be considered one of the skeptics. But of course, does a video show students beating classmates wearing a MAGA hat? Miscaption. No, it doesn't. Apparently, that's not why they beat him. Apparently, he was picking on them, kicking them, and calling them names. There was a verbal altercation. The police investigated it. Found out it was not about a MAGA hat. The school superintendents investigated. Found out it was not about a MAGA hat. Some people say that he was calling them the N-word, and he had been picking on them, and finally they freaked out over it. Not that that's an excuse to beat the shit out of him, but at the same time, it would be nice if you guys will quit fucking lying. You know, everything's got to be propaganda and lies to support your side. That just shows how dishonest you are, and it's disappointing to see TJ fall right into this shit, you know? I'm a Bernie supporter, but here, let me throw the left under the bus without knowing what the fuck I'm talking about. Fuck you, TJ. And, you know, I feel bad sometimes for shitting on TJ. TJ's definitely not the worst person in the world. TJ does a lot of good and says a lot of good. I should try to point out more of the good stuff he does, probably. The main reason I don't, though, is one thing he does, and it's so obvious that's what he's doing. Well, first of all, if you're banned by TJ on Twitter, and you're wondering, what the fuck? Why did TJ ban me on Twitter? It's because TJ uses a bot to ban everybody that follows me. That's how butthurt he is about me calling him out. And the other thing he does, it's sort of fucking funny. Let me show you. I follow him, right? I try to follow him. But every time I follow him, what he does, this is a little trick. When somebody follows you that you don't want to follow you, see, he doesn't want to block me, because if he blocks me, he knows I'll make fun of him for it. You know, and I will. I'll fucking call his ass out and embarrass him over it. So he didn't want to do that, but he doesn't want me to follow him because he doesn't want me to really see what he's posting, because he doesn't want me to shit him for it. So if somebody's following you that you don't want to follow you, what you do is you block them and then you unblock them, and it unfollows them basically. So he is stopping me from following him every time I'm following him by blocking me and unblocking me, and like I don't know what the fuck he's doing. I know what you're doing, TJ. I know that fucking little trick, dude. I'm a fucking Twitter pro, goddammit. All right, just fucking corny ass shit. Anyway, I'll follow you again. Watch. Next show, I'll show it, and I won't be following him anymore. I bet you money. He'll block me and then unblock me. Anyway, poor TJ. I feel bad a little bit picking on him so much. Let's see where we're at here. Oh yeah, this this girl went viral, and the comments are fucking hysterical. Dudes, don't do shit like this. I know she's trying to be cute, trying to make a viral video and stuff, but this just comes off as more annoying than anything else. Here's her going through a drive-thru.
Can I get a guava white tea lemonade with light ice and a tall iced coffee with just one pump of pumpkin spice? Can I also get an extra cup of nothing but ice? Hope you have an awesome day and thanks for being so nice.
Oh my god, that's crazy. I didn't expect that.
Oh my gosh, thank you.
Oh my god, thank you for what? He just said he didn't expect that. No one expected it. I don't even have the sound on. I'm embarrassed. Girl, if you don't get the hell up out the driveway through with this nonsense, I hate this girl. I don't even know her. She thinks she's cute. Not. Girl, get your coffee and get the hell out of the way. This is funny. Mo, bitch, get out the way. Get out the way, bitch. Get out the way. Oh, no. Fights out. You want to sing with me? Oh, yeah. What's up, baby? Mwah. Here's the mama cat. Let me pet you a little bit and show you off. Everybody can see how pretty you are. You such a pretty thing. All right. Go on about your business. Anyway, I almost feel sorry for that girl. I know she was just trying to be cute and funny or whatnot, but, yeah. Get the fuck out the way. Get the fuck out. Honey, please tell me what you want. I don't have time for this. That's right. I'm making minimum wage. You think I want to be here listening to your shit? Fuck no. Okay, but what's the at of the Starbucks employee I'm trying to smash? That is a good-looking guy. I never seen anybody that good-looking at any drive-thru I've been through. Where the fuck are these models at? She must be in, like, Beverly Hills or some shit where they got hiring models to work at Starbucks and shit. And speaking of white girls who shouldn't be doing this shit, good Lord. I feel sorry for this girl because everybody's making fun of her, but clearly this is a girl who saw this cheer being done by some black person. I can only imagine there was some cool black person doing this cheer, and they're like, hey, I can do that. Let me try it. And no, white people, no. Black girl over here trying not to crack up. What is you doing? Oh my good Lord, no. I renounce my whiteness. I fully renounce my whiteness. I am beige now. All of my no thank you. The hell is going on? TJ does a lot of good. I don't know. I guess. I think his stuff he did about Jordan Peterson was pretty good. But out of rhythm, I know, stomping on the ground, that was hard to watch. I don't know what the fuck's going on. What the hell? Ooh, cringe. Wow, Dusty, that's a racist. Fuck you. Ain't no goddamn racist. You mean racist against white people? Then yeah, it is racist against white people. That's fine. I'm white. I can be racist against white people. Right? Isn't that how it works? You should have your cat spayed or neutered. Yes, you should. Totally agreed. She thought she killed it. I know. Poor girl. Now she's being made fun of. She probably crying over that shit. I feel bad, but it's funny at the same time. And now we're going to get mad again. Fucking Roy Moore. Remember Roy Moore? Pedophile Republican candidate. Almost got it fucking elected. Said last time America was great was when we had slavery. Hard to believe this is real, folks, but it is. LA Times reports on September campaign event in which Moore claimed that America was wicked and declared that America was great when slavery was legal. At Moore's Florence rally, the former judge outlined all the wrong he sees in Washington and spiritual wickedness in high places. He warned of the awful calamity of abortion and sodomy and perverse behavior and murder, shooting and road rage and punishment. In response to a question from one of the only African Americans in the audience who asked when Moore thought America was last great, Moore replied, I think it was great at the time when families were united. Even though we had slavery, oh God, they cared for one another. Our families were strong. Our country had direction. Yeah, we had direction, right? The direction was enslave black people and force them to work for no money. Yeah, let's beat, murder, and rape them. But at least we cared for each other, except for black people. At least we loved our families, except for black people's families. It was great back then, wasn't it? Let's return. Let's make America great again, folks. Let's make it great again like it was back when, checked notes, we had slavery. Yeah. Awesome job, Republicans. This is the one that Trump got behind. People want to continue to tell me, hey, Trump's not a white supremacist. Why do you keep saying Trump's a white supremacist? He's a white supremacist. Seriously, guys, wake the fuck up. Okay. Did you guys hear about this one? So this girl was kidnapped, apparently. Here's NYPD 40 Prank says, seeking immediate information in regards to a kidnapping last night in the vicinity of Eagle Avenue and East 156th Street. 16-year-old Carol Sanchez was walking with her mother when four men in beige sedan forced her into the vehicle and fled the scene. Call, please. And they released this harrowing footage of this kidnapping. Let's watch this girl get kidnapped. All right, it's grainy as fuck, but I guess this is them walking. They grab her, and she just runs to the car and jumps inside of it without fighting back whatsoever. And they push her mom down and away, and then they drive off. And yep, they push her mom down, and it doesn't appear that she fights back in any way whatsoever. But she was kidnapped, folks. Just believe it. I just believe it. And somebody here says, she doesn't appear, at least by the shit cameras, to put up much resistance, if at all. Also, her mother plans on moving out of the country with her soon, despite the daughter's objections. This is a very interesting case. I hope it gets resolved quickly and everyone is okay. She got 54 likes, but then they were like, no! 213 likes. Everyone thinks they're a badass if this were to happen to them. Truth is, you'd just be as frightened to do anything. And she just defended herself. I understand that. However, by looking at the video, it appears that the daughter literally ran into the car. This obviously would be the best case scenario, regardless of the police need to assume the worst. And they're like, no, she's a teenager being grabbed and picked up by two grown men. Have some respect for the sensitivity of this subject. And surprise, surprise, it's fake. She faked her kidnapping because her mama bitch. No charges are being filed. 16-year-old found in the Bronx. She says, my mama sucks ass, so I faked my own kidnapping to get away from her. And that's what happens so often, folks. People just come out and try to tell the truth. Just try to be honest about what they're seeing. They get attacked by it, you know. And I'm sure the people that attacked her still think they did the right thing, right? And let's skip cleared. I already talked about what they did to Sink, right? Jink, not Sink. I don't know why I keep calling him Sink. I know I keep calling him Sink. I do that because it's funny, but sometimes I forget that I shouldn't do that because it's a foreign name, and by mispronouncing his forename, some people take that as racism, and I don't mean it that way. But anyway, so he had David Duke on his program a few years back, and he goddamn destroyed David Duke. As H. Bomber Guy says, this Uyghur guy absolutely wrecked David Duke in an interview and made fun of him to his face with sarcasm. When Duke said he wasn't racist, and the New York Times reporter reported this as Uyghur agreeing with him. Yeah, basically, David Duke was like, I'm not racist. And then Sink was like, yeah, sure you're not. And the New York Times, who wants Sink to fail, Jink, why do I keep saying Sink? Jink to fail. Because they don't want to pay taxes, right? They don't want these progressives in office. So these media companies are owned by fucking billionaires who literally pay people to lie to us to get us to vote against their own best interests. So they're doing exactly what they do with Corbyn in the UK, where they paint him as anti-Semitic, where there's nothing fucking anti-Semitic about him. It's exactly the same thing they're trying to do to Bernie right now. Paint him as an anti-Semite, even though he's Jewish and has never done any fucking thing anti-Semitic. But they don't want these motherfuckers in office. So these goddamn billionaires who own all these fucking media lie to everybody. And it's working. It's fucking working, folks. And this is what the New York Times said. Figures, including David Duke. In one clip that circulated on Twitter, Mr. Dukes ends an interview by saying, I am not what you call a racist. To which Mr. Uyghur replies, no, of course not. He said it sarcastically. But the New York Times just lying motherfuckers. They lie, and then they know if they have to print a retraction, few people are going to see that retraction. More people are going to see the lie than the retraction. So it doesn't matter. They can still get their propaganda through. And so they had to correct it. Correction! An earlier version of this article referred precisely to a remark by Jink Uyghur, a radio host running for Congress. When David Duke appeared on his show and denied being a racist, Mr. Uyghur was sarcastic when he replied, no, of course not. And Secular Talk called them out for it. But like I said, the damage has already been done. So many people will see that, and they'll never see the retraction. They don't even care. They don't even care it's a lie. Because it's just ammo they can use against him. And that's how the game is played, folks. That's why it's so frustrating. That's why it seems fucking hopeless. Like, we need to break up these fucking media companies. Billionaires should not be allowed to own newspapers, in my opinion. Is that authoritative? Yeah. Yeah, I'm fine with it. We have to change it. You know what's more authoritative? More authoritative is having a few people, like 9 people, have more money than half the fucking world and using that money to basically have more power than any human being should have. To me, that's what's authoritative. Letting them brainwash society into voting against their own best interest. That's authoritative to me. And Bernie, the self-hating Jew, right? I mean, you can be a self-hating Jew. Like, you can be racist and be black. Just look at Jesse Lee Peterson. But Bernie Sanders definitely is not fucking anti-Semitic. It's just absolutely ridiculous, right? And of course, Dave Rubin, no self-awareness whatsoever. Listen to this. Let's see if you can discover the irony in this post for yourself. If you can discover the lack of self-awareness in the post for yourself. I know everyone would like me to kick Jink while he's down, but perhaps we should take this time to focus on how progressives like Jink preach tolerance, then speak about and treat women and minorities totally different behind the scenes. So he's like, I know everyone would like me to kick Jink while he's down, but I'm not going to do that. Instead, I'm going to kick Jink while he's down. That's exactly what you're doing. You're kicking him while he's down, motherfucker. Good Lord. But, you know, it doesn't matter. Nobody cares. His fan base doesn't give a shit. He can be a hypocrite. They love it. They eat it up. Shoot it into their veins. It's all about tribalism, folks. Not about logic, reason. Let's see. An hour into the show, doing pretty good. Did you guys hear about this? Depressing as fuck, but this is not going to surprise anybody. Whistleblower to IRS. Mormon Church has amassed $100 billion in tax-exempt fund rather than supporting charitable work. That's what they're doing, folks. All this money they're giving to the Mormon Church because they're just putting it in the bank, right? They're just stockpiling it. These mentally ill hoarders. Instead of doing any good for it whatsoever, instead of helping the poor, instead of helping the homeless, instead of giving children medical care, they're just fucking hoarding it. Tax fucking exempt. And look, folks, nothing's ever going to happen to them. Zero. They're going to keep doing it, and everybody in the Mormon Church is going to keep supporting them. Because honestly, they really don't give a fuck. None of these people care. None of these people give a shit. They love being abused. They love being sucked off of by these financial vampires. They love it. It makes them feel righteous for some reason. They're so unbelievably brainwashed by their cult that nothing these people do will ever matter. If the Catholic Church hasn't proven that to you already, nothing will. For example, as little as 10% of donations by Roman Catholics that are specifically advertised as helping the poor and suffering actually go toward charitable work, a new report says. Catholics know this. They know their money is directly going to help cover up pedophilia, and they still give. They still go. They don't care. These people are fucking evil. If you don't give a shit, if you continue to support this shit, you're evil. You are. Sorry. You can claim to be as righteous as you possibly want to be. You can claim, oh, I'm doing this for God because you just need money. No, you're evil. You're all fucking evil. You're supporting one of the most evil organizations in history, and you are fucking part of that evil. And I, for one, will happily stand up and fight back against you. We need to start fighting back against this shit harder, but, like, it's frustrating because, like I said, nothing will be done. You think Trump's going to do anything? No. That's why the televangelists love Trump so much. That's why the evangelicals love Trump so much, because he knows he's never going to challenge this shit. He's never going to do anything about it. The Republican Party's never going to do anything about it. And the Democrats aren't going to do shit either, because the Democrats are so worried about looking anti-religious that they're just going to lay down and take this shit. So what you going to do? What you going to do? And here's Jim Baker. Remember old Jim Baker? Went to prison, but now he's doing his grift again, making millions of dollars. Hey, this guy makes more money than you. Depressing as fuck. And here's him just outright trying to incite violence. That's what they do. These are what the God-loving preachers do these days. They sit on their fucking channels and they try to incite violence in order to scare people into giving them money. Take a listen.
It's got to be unconstitutional.
It is. It is unconstitutional.
Wow. The whole audience is applauding. How many believe it's unconstitutional to do what they're doing? Raise your both hands. Raise both hands. Give me a shot of the whole crowd. Keep them up and wave them. Wave them. I want the government to see this.
Yeah.
These are voters.
That's right.
Everyone in this room, it's 100% say it's unconstitutional to do what's doing.
Look at all those white faces.
I'm going to tell you what.
It's really, really unbelievable we're living through this.
There's going to be an explosion if you don't stop it.
Mm-hmm.
People are not going to tolerate it any longer.
They're calling it the next American Civil War.
And you know, and I wouldn't even be surprised if you don't see quiet old ladies like some of you sitting here marching in the streets. Because America's not even going to be worth living in another year or two of the way we're going if we're not careful.
They're literally just trying to incite violence. They're trying to incite old ladies into violence. My cat is jabbing. What you jabbing about, pretty boy? He looking in the mirror. Hey, be nice. Everybody chill out. But anyway, folks, that's what it's all about. Gonna scare old ladies into picking up guns. Not that I believe it's ever gonna actually happen. They're just trying to scare people into giving up money, because that's their MO. But still, at the same time, America. That's America for you. Let me check the super chats. Brad Hallman, $20. I don't have much to say except thanks for all your great work. Here's some money for the animals and Logic. Hey, you don't have to say much, Brad. You guys are supporting me, and as long as you support me, I'll keep doing this show. I'll keep doing my part, and like I think it has to be done. I think it's important. Even though the ratings have been down, you guys please like the video, and please tell your friends about the show. word of mouth is the best way to get this show to spread, because like YouTube doesn't like me, and other YouTubers, they never share my shit because I'm radioactive to the entire fucking community. They never share my shit. So the only way this show's ever going to increase in ratings is if you guys tell your friends about it. So please do that. Please like the video. Please leave comments. But also, thank you for supporting me, Brad. People like you are the heroes behind the show that allow me to keep doing this, and I really thank you for it. And Ali gave me $2, said, how's your uncle? And Jeannie Rude says, did your uncle take the pup? No. He said that he was too depressed to take the pup. He's still kicking. He's still alive. He's very sad, of course. But he's still making it. He hasn't committed suicide, so hopefully he's going to hang in there. And he knows that he can take the pup whenever he wants to. And maybe he'll build up, you know, the wants and need to love another animal. And it won't be so hard from him. But right now I understand. You know, it'll just remind him of his little sugar. So I appreciate you asking about that. I'll make sure that he knows that people on the internet actually care about him or are thinking about him. Lobo, $2. Wait, you and Commie Potato are the same person? I don't think so. Pretty sure that was some other dude. Could be wrong about that. Arduin, £2. This is for the animals. I love my furry little shit. I know, right? Sometimes it's hard to love them. Like Miss Katana, she's the oldest. What the fuck? Oh, I put my mom's TV box in here. I got her a TV and I kept the big ass box, and so I got it on the floor over here, and it's the best fucking cat present ever. They love this shit. So if you hear a lot of rustling in the background, it's them running in and out of this fucking box over here. Cute shits. But yeah, Miss Katana, she's the oldest among them. And she's kind of a handful because she likes to shit on my corner. Right in the corner up against the fucking wall. So every day I got to clean up her shit off the wall. She's the only one that won't shit in the litter box. What's wrong with you, Katana? I love you, but goddamn. Hard to love you sometimes, but I still do it. I'll clean up your shit. That's my lot in life. But thank you for that. I appreciate that. Bro, you got 11 cats? Yep, I'm going to have more. We're about to rescue 4 more, I think, in the next couple weeks. Somebody was looking for a home for some more cats, and I think that they're in danger where they're living, and they're next to a busy highway and whatnot, and they don't really have any place for them. So I know some places rescue cats, they take them up to Canada, because apparently Canada has a shortage of cats. I don't know why, but we don't have anything like that around here, so I think I'm going to have like 16 in the next couple weeks. But yep, I do. I got 5 rescues, and I figure pain, but we love them, and here's $5, buddy. I really appreciate that. Every little bit helps, and it means a lot. They use so much cat litter. I just went and cleaned up like their 10 litter boxes yesterday. Hard on my back, but it's cool. I don't mind. All right, that's all. The Scuzzy Ultra Wide, $2. Bernie 2020, hells yeah. I hope Bernie wins. He might be our last chance. Help me, Bernie. You're our last hope. It's like Star Wars and shit. Appreciate that. More super chats, please, if you can. If not, it's cool. Bless your heart, Dusty. Hells yeah, I'm amazing. Get a ferret corner litter box. See, I don't want to have a litter box in here, though. So we have another room in there, and I want all the litter boxes in there because they stink less if they're in there. I don't really want to have one in here, although maybe having one in there would be better than having a cat just shit in the fucking corner. So I don't know. Dusty, how many YouTube hate and who hate you? How many YouTube hate and who hate you? Are you asking me how many YouTubers hate me and who hates me? They all hate me, pretty much. Like, I called out the anti-SJW movement, which is pretty much all the popular skeptic YouTubers, and they all made videos against me and shit on me. So, they're not fans of me at all. Beast Nation 2009, I missed your super chat. Okay, I'm sorry about that. I got the one that said, every time a lib or lefty says the children are our future in regards to press, I shudder. I read that one already. Did you send me another one? I don't see any more you sent me. I read the one that said Pewdipie was cute. I read that one. So if you send me another one, I don't see it, dude. Sorry. I apologize, but thank you. Maybe try soft litter for Katana? What is soft litter? Is that like paper and shit? I don't think she just gives a fuck anymore, to be honest with you. She just like, I just shit anywhere. I'm old. What are you going to do? You're obviously not going to throw me out. You're obviously not going to beat me because you haven't. You're obviously not going to do anything against me. So I'm just going to shit where I want to. Fuck all y'all. So I kind of respect that a little bit, even though it's a pain in the ass. Cult of Dusty, you want poo? Because that's how you get poo. I know, right? I already have tons of poo. Plenty of poo already. I'm good. I am solid on the poo. All right. What we got? 50 more minutes to go. Let me go ahead and continue on with the show. Good question here while we're shitting on Christians. Love shitting on Christians. Everybody's missing the month in religious bullshit videos. I need to get back on that eventually. God damn it, I have so much to do. Kelsey's been out of town all week. She's visiting her parents back where she lives. I won't give away where she lives because it's a secret. But so I've been really busy taking care of all this stuff by myself. It's like a lot of work, so I haven't really had much time to focus on working on those videos. But when she goes back, I'm going to try to get back on that. But anyway, here's a few to tide you over, shitting on religious folks. And here's a good question. Why do people keep asking Pat Robertson for advice? Holy shit, this dude's advice is terrible. Let's have a listen.
This is Olive, who says, my husband and I have had some difficulty with our relationship lately. I became suspicious that he's been unfaithful after I saw some email messages that would suggest he has been unfaithful. He admitted to me that he has a problem with the temptation to flirt with other women, and he knows he needs to get it under control and stop. I don't want to leave him because I love him. Is it possible for me to help him get over his struggle with the temptation to flirt with other women? And if so, how do we go about it?
Look, keep in mind that a man likes to have affirmation, the fact that he's still attractive to members of the opposite sex. There isn't anything wrong with that. You remember, Job said, I have made a covenant with mine eyes that I will not look upon a maid. But nevertheless, I mean, this is the way men are. And you should, in my opinion, is just go along and say, look, let's love each other. Be the center of his life, and don't worry about this. I mean, you know, suspicion is a terrible thing. Jealousy is an awful thing, and it'll lead to terrible disruption in your life. If you're constantly jealous, be the woman of God, be the helpmeet that God intends you to be, and live with him in joy, and become the center of his life because you're so loving. That's what you need to do. Don't be always suspicious about somebody else.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Sure, you've caught your husband flirting with other women on the internet, but don't worry about it. Just be the center of his universe. Let a player play. Just chill out, Biddy. Good Lord, that is bad advice. Tell that motherfucker to stop doing that or get to stepping. Stand up for yourself. Don't let him do that shit. If he's allowed to do that, then you're allowed to do that, right? Go start flirting with some other motherfucker. See how quick he straightens up. Fuck Pat Robertson, that stupid ass shit. Men are only as faithful as their options. I mean, sort of. I used to be like that, but like right now, I have plenty of options. Like, to be honest with you, Dusty can get it. I've hit like this daddy stage where women seem like into it, and I don't give a fuck. Like, it just seems like a hassle to me, to be honest with you. I'm like, no thank you. Like when attractive women message me these days, I don't even respond. I have some really young, pretty attractive girls that message me. I'm like, nope, because no good's going to come of it. You know, it's just going to get me in trouble. What the fuck's the point? So, I don't know. I'm content. I ain't really worried about it, to be honest with you. Let's see what else we got here. Okay, next up. Lindsey Graham. This just shows you how hypocritical these fucking Republicans are. You know, back when it was Bill Clinton being impeached, they were singing a 100% different tune than they are now. This is Lindsey Graham, who now says he has no intention of being a fair and impartial juror when it comes to Donald Trump. He's just going to let him do whatever he wants to, and they're never going to impeach, regardless of what the evidence is. Here's him back when Bill Clinton was being impeached.
And somebody mentioned if the Republican president would have done this, let me just say this. It would be a good test for us. If a Republican president had done these things, would a Republican delegation gone to tell him to get out of town? I hope so. I would like to think that we would have done that.
I would like to.
Only time will tell what happens here. And somebody mentioned if the Republican president would have done this,
should be
let me just say,
all over the news, right? The media should be playing their old words. This is not the only clip like this. There's so many different clips where they're saying shit exactly like this that proves how fucking hypocritical they are. Why is the media playing this shit 24/7? Well, that's because we have a corporate-owned media who does not want progressives to be in power. They pretend like they hate Donald Trump, but they actually like him in power. They like the fact that they get tax cuts and the billionaires don't have to pay their fair share, right? They're never going to fucking stand up against this. Sexy Daddy Dusty. Hell yeah. I got my mans. I'm satisfied. Hell yeah. Might as well be. Why not? Want another woman and catting around. It's just too fucking stressful. Hell to the no and all that. Yeah, the GOP definitely changed. Now they know they don't have to care. Now they don't know it. They know it doesn't matter. They know they can literally do anything. And because the tribalism of the country and the partisanship, it doesn't matter anymore. They don't have to tell the truth. They don't have to be impartial or even pretend to be impartial. They can just literally do whatever the fuck they want, and they'll still be completely supported. Donald Trump has taught them that, and that's a bad thing for them to learn. Now they've learned it, the future's even more dangerous than it's ever been. Was better off before they knew that shit. And we'll talk about Greta Thunberg a little bit. How do you pronounce her name? Thunberg. Isn't it interesting how reactionaries don't want elitist scientists to shape policy, and they don't want science advocates to shape policy? These are people that continuously tell us that we are science deniers. The left's climate change experts, a bartender and high school sophomore, yeah, and 98% of climate scientists too. You forgot to mention all the climate scientists, right? Are these really the expert, or are these people just telling you what the experts are saying? But they're science deniers. The same exact people who will call us science deniers because we believe trans women are women will actually deny what the scientists say because it doesn't fit in their narrative. Hypocrites of the highest fucking order. And talk about Trump derangement syndrome. How about Greta derangement syndrome? Fuck you, Greta. And then have her here like they have her in the fucking trunk of the car with her braids sticking out. Yeah! Fuck you for trying to save the goddamn world. What a horrible person you are for trying to make sure that all life on the earth doesn't die. This is what happens when the idiot mocks and bullies a 16-year-old girl for trying to save the planet. Yep. That's who's in charge, folks. And this cartoon is what I always think of when I think of these people. Climate Summit. Energy independence, preserved rainforests, sustainability, green jobs, livable cities, renewables, clean water and air, healthy children, etc., etc. But what if it's a big hoax and we create a better world for nothing? That's exactly how these people are. Like, even if it turns out not to be true, all the things we're doing are better for society. You know, green jobs, getting on renewable energy where we don't have to buy oil from Saudi Arabia, from the Muslim oligarchy who hate us, who are the ones that were behind 9/11? Wouldn't it be better if we didn't have to fund these people anymore? Wouldn't it be better if our air was cleaner, if our water was cleaner, if our cities were livable? Even if global warming is a hoax, which it's not, it's still better to do something about it than to not. It doesn't make any sense. But we know why they have such a problem with it. It's because the oil companies make billions of dollars still. It's because all these companies, have billionaires that own all our media companies, and they brainwash these fucking morons to vote against their own best interests, to make us think these things are actually bad when they're clearly good to anyone who has any ability to reason or think like a normal human being, which they don't. That's conservatism for you. It's like a mind virus. Rot your brain. Friends, do not let friends conservative, in my opinion. And skip that one. Did you guys see this shit? Good Lord. This motherfucker think he look good. Look how disgusting he looks. Holy shit, I remember watching this guy on one of my favorite shows, Silicon Valley. He plays a little nerdy guy, and look how horrible he looks now. Good Lord, look. See, he has a little line over here. Look how long his fingers are. Disgusting. You are disgusting. Obviously, I'm just kidding, folks. Holy shit. It's amazing what you can do when you have proper nutrition and the best trainers in the world training you. That's fucking incredible. Kudos to you. I can only imagine the hard work you put into that body, and if I had that body, I would definitely show that shit off too. I know, right? He's sexy as shit, isn't he? I'd hit it. And I think this is a little older clip, but here's a classic clip of Beanie Baby Head. Dim Tool telling us all how Alex Jones doesn't make shit up. InfoWars is basically just like Huffington Post. It's a pretty reliable, credible news organization.
Someone says, is Alex Jones 100% fake news? No, I don't think so. I think Alex Jones is no different from any other partisan news website. I don't think Alex Jones makes things up. I just, I would put InfoWars and Huffington Post in a similar bracket. Huffington Post is left, InfoWars is right. InfoWars has done a good job over the past several years of moving more into the mainstream, the more acceptable, and they've gotten away from a lot of the crazier conspiracy stuff. But so yeah, a lot of the stuff they put out now isn't fake news.
Yeah, that's right, folks. When Alex Jones say that lesbians want to cut your head open and eat your brains out, he ain't making that shit up. That's credible, folks. Totally credible. That's what money will do to you, folks. Millionaire Tim Pool will literally say anything to earn another buck. Dude has sold his soul as hard as you possibly can sell that shit. But he's been rewarded for it. That's what this society rewards over and over and over again. And instead of letting it depress you, just try not to take it too seriously, right? Otherwise, you'll end up in a warm bathtub with slit rests. No, thank you. It's all too absurd to take seriously. Fuck him. Fuck all that bullshit. More depressing shit. It's also depressing all the time. These are doctors literally just trying to give these immigrant children flu vaccines because they're dying at like 5 times the rate because they won't let them have vaccines. And here's the good guys, folks. Here's the good guys with guns. Our military, they actually think they're the good guys. And the sad thing is they walk out in public and people say, thank you for your service. Thank you for just literally holding guns on doctors, keeping them from giving flu vaccines to children to keep them from dying. Imagine signing up for that shit. You want to know why so many veterans are killing themselves? Because they get out and they realize they were the bad guys. They realize they work for evil. They realize they've done evil. They've caused the death of children. Fuck these people. Don't let yourself be involved with it. Don't join the military. Don't get wrapped up in this shit. It turns you into something you don't want to be. It puts you in a side you don't want to belong to. I'm just telling you this for your own fucking good. Avoid that shit. And oh my God, this is so depressing. I apologize for this clip, folks. I apologize for how fucking depressing this is. But like at the same time, shit like this needs to be... Okay, I'm not going to play this. This is a clip of Indian people explaining how it's okay for Indian women to be raped because of the clothes they're wearing. I'm not even going to fucking play this shit. It's too depressing. But talk about fucking rape culture. Some people want to deny that rape culture exists. You definitely can't deny it exists in India. Abso-fucking-lutely exists over there. Let me read the chat, see what you guys have to say. Try to cheer up a little bit. If Iran was doing this, we call it terrorism. Yep, it's still terrorism. But in this country, it's rewarded. Thank you for your service. You're the heroes. You're the heroes keeping those kids from being vaccinated so they can die. Thank you. We are the bad guys. We're definitely the bad guys. And just because we're the bad guys doesn't mean that anybody else is the good guys. There doesn't have to be good guys. There can only be bad guys, which generally is the way it is. There might be some good guys out there, but mostly it's fucking bad. Tim uses Brain Force Plus. Well, he needs all the help he can get, that's for sure. No wonder he's such a soy boy. Soy boy better cook. Love seeing Dusty's humanity. It's hard, though, man. Like, I have trouble watching that shit. Like, I don't want to spend the whole fucking show crying. So, Ali says, I am happy to retract if you can provide a clip. Also, through band, the Warren spokesman that is trans, but I forget her name now. Again, willing to admit, if you can show me one clip. I don't know what we're talking about, Ali. Let's see if I can scroll up. I can't prove a negative. I watch regularly, and she has yet to comment on him this election season. All right, I think you're talking about Elizabeth Warren or something. I don't know. Are we the baddies? Yep, we are the baddies. You're a good guy at Dusty. I appreciate it. Like, I don't even think I'm that good of a guy. I'm just a normal person. I'm just trying to do the best I can. Rape culture exists in the USA? Yes, it does. I'm not saying rape culture doesn't exist in the USA. I'm saying that some people deny that it exists in the USA. And even those that deny it exists in the USA absolutely can't deny it exists in places like India. But it definitely does exist in the USA too, I agree. Saying men can't get raped, and if they do, they're weak, is all a part of rape culture. I agree with that too. You know, I used to make jokes about men being raped in prison and stuff, and that's not cool. That's part of rape culture too. You know, I used to be a part of that shit too that I'm ashamed of. Dusty, I now watched every clip you've made. Good shit, man. I appreciate that. Thank you for the support. Be sure to like the videos. Like them, share them. Best way to help me. Tim Pool eats Jim Baker's food buckets. I've watched videos of people eating that shit. It looks nasty as fuck. All right, let me check out the super chats real quick. I got a third screen now where I can read the chats over here at the same time I'm doing the show. It really helps me out. I got 3 screens now. I got one screen over here where I got the OBS up so I can see my beautiful face. And then I got a screen over here that I'm watching when I do my show with all the bookmarks and web pages and shit. And then I got a screen over here with all the chats on it. So cool, cool, cool. Get an absorbent pad and put it in the corner. That's not a bad idea. Like a little doggy wee pad. I might try to do that. That's a good suggestion. LTN, $2. Happy holidays to you and the kiddies. Thank you, LTN. Really appreciate that. You rock. And Piero, $2. The doctors being arrested made me cry. So sick. I know, right? Just trying to do the right thing. You know, willing to get arrested to do the right thing. But the heroes, we're American heroes. Nope. Fuck all y'all. Part of the fucking problem. Kitty, you just pulled my shit out. There we go. I know, you such a sweet baby. You're going to sit between my legs and purr a little bit. That's all right. You just sit there and purr for me. All right. And here's a new thing the reactionaries were spreading around. The conservatives are all fucking butthurt because a majority of USC students asked couldn't recite the Pledge of Allegiance properly. Good. The Pledge of Allegiance is creepy as fuck, man. This is like some Kim Jong-un North Korean bullshit where they sit there and force you to be patriotic by reciting a pledge, regardless if you agree with it or not. It's always been creepy. I've always thought that shit was creepy. It's good. The new generation doesn't give a shit about it anymore. You know? A lot of times, blind patriotism is not in your own best interest, and it's definitely not in the interest in the other people in the world. So, I'm glad to see it. Fight back against that shit. And all these reactionaries who have a problem with it, die mad. You know? Stay butthurt by it. Good. Love to see it. And, here's a video that went viral last week. Apparently, these fishermen came across an octopus trying to eat a bald eagle. And so they were like, hey, don't eat that fucking bald eagle. So they helped peel the octopus off the bald eagle. And, like, I don't want to see animals get hurt. But in a way, like, I kind of feel sorry for the octopus. Octopus trying to get his fucking meal. He was like, God damn it, I always had a good meal. You fucking stole food out of my mouth. But the eagle's happy about it. The eagle's like, thank you. Appreciate that. Octopus are real fucking smart too, man. So I know he's pissed off about it. He's like, fuck all y'all. Mind your business. This had nothing to do with y'all. But, you know, it's America. So we got to protect our bald eagles because they're more important than other birds for some reason. You know? Not chicken, though. Chicken delicious. We'll eat a chicken, but we can't watch a bald eagle get eaten because it's different somehow because of reasons. And, bad advice. Oh, that page doesn't exist anymore. All right. Well, fuck you. I guess they deleted that shit because they got made too much fun of. Did you guys hear about this shit? Apparently Netflix has a movie with a gay Jesus. And it's a foreign movie. I don't know what kind of country this is from. What language are they speaking here?
Deve dar fracasso esse lugar.
Entra, gente, entra que fecha surpresa, não pode atrasar, vambora.
I don't know what language that is, but apparently in it, Jesus is gay as fuck. And people mad. People real mad. They have a petition that got signed 1.5 million times. Here it is. They're like, hell no, Netflix. Now it's 2 million times. Holy shit. They're like, no, Netflix, you cannot have a gay Jesus. Jesus was not gay. I don't know. Jesus seemed pretty gay to me. Hung out with fucking dudes all the goddamn time. So, I don't know. But anyway, Netflix refused to pull that movie. Netflix is like, just get the fuck over it. And so then people took to Twitter to get all mad about it. And this one backfired like a motherfucker. They're like, Netflix is releasing a comedy about a gay Jesus, and the left has been telling conservatives and Christians not to be so outraged by it. Okay, fine. Then let's make a sequel about gay Muhammad and see how that goes over with y'all. And everybody's like, do it. I'm a lefty. I dare you to do it. Fine. I'm left. I don't give a shit. Fuck your God. Yep, we're fine with it. Do it. Okay, cool. I'd be totally fucking fine with the gay Muhammad. I don't give a shit. Now, Muslims would be fucking mad about it. Just like Christians are mad about it, but lefty as fuck, no, we don't give a shit. Muhammad was a pedophile anyway, right? Make a movie where he's a fucking gay pedophile. Works for me. Love to see that shit backfire to fucking reactionaries. And looks like we're going to end the show a little early today because we only got 30 minutes left, and I only have this much stuff to cover, so that's pretty good. At least I got through it quick tonight. Did you guys see this one? You guys remember Mike Buttigieg's dance that he did? The fucking cringy ass dance that went viral. Well, apparently Mike Bloomberg has his own version of the dance, and it goes a little something like this. Bloomberg. So that recently went viral, and that's pretty funny. Before you guys get too butthurt by it, it's fake. It's fake. It was done by the some college, UCS. I don't know what the fuck the college that is, but they were just doing it as a gag to make fun of Pete Buttigieg. But it's pretty fucking funny, I thought. I mean, it's no more cringy than Buttigieg's dance. It's sad that shit like that makes people popular. He got kind of a surge after that video went viral, that stupid ass white people dance. So funny to make fun of. I love to see it. And here's something I also love to make fun of. Apparently, Andrew Yang had a Dance for Yang hashtag that went viral. And unfortunately, one of the first people to do it is white supremacist Baked Alaska, who, could you get any cringier than this motherfucker?
Yang gang, yang gang. $1,000 got the same thing. Yang gang, yang gang. My bitch got a wedding ring. Yang gang, yang gang. $1,000 got the same thing. Yang gang, yang gang.
That's the dude that was ejected from an Uber for being too fucking racist for the driver. He's also one of the people that put on the Unite the Right rally, the white supremacist rally, which Heather Heyer died in. So, way to go, gang! You're not attracting the best. Might want to disavow that a little bit, Yang, in my fucking opinion. And speaking of creepy assholes, this went viral last week. One of the creepiest motherfuckers in human history, Stefan Molyneux. Oh my God. I can't believe Taylor Swift is about to turn 30. She looks so young. It's strange to think that 90% of her eggs are already gone. 97% by the time she turns 40. So I hope she thinks about having kids before it's too late. She'd be a fun mom. What is wrong with you, Stefan Molyneux? Why are you sitting around thinking about Taylor Swift's eggs? Holy shit, can you get more creepy? And Parker Malloy says, the white nationalist dude who listens in on his wife's therapy sessions through heating vents is somehow upping his creepiness quotient. This is the guy that PewDipie gave the fist bump to, the bro fist. Yeah, PewDipie. He's cool, isn't he, PewDipie? You was following him, giving him bro fist. Listen to this guy. This is the kind of anti-SJW chuds that influence PewDipie's opinions. This is why when he goes out to shit on Twitter, he shits on the left instead of pointing any of this stuff out. Because he's a fucking chud. Fuck that chud. Am I right? I am right. And this is a chilling story in which they're now trying to use bullshit methods to crack down on free speech. A police officer is suing a Black Lives Matter protester for something he didn't even do. Oh my God. I already have a membership. I got a free membership to this. Why are you making me sign in again? What is your fucking... Anyway, basically what the story's about. Fuck you, Washington Post. Already goddamn signed in. I ain't signing in again, you motherfucker. Basically, at this rally where this guy organized, some other person that wasn't him threw a rock at this police officer. And so the police officer is suing him over it. They're trying to shut down free speech by suing people for things they had nothing to do with. So fuck these cops. Fuck these motherfuckers. Trump's America. Not surprised in any goddamn way. And I totally agree with Mr. Needle Drop here. Super rich hide 21 trillion offshore, study says. Let's get this bread. Let's do it, folks. We need to start putting these motherfuckers in jail. We need to go to these countries, whatever countries they're in, and start putting pressure on their politicians. If they won't help us, let's seize their assets in America. If you have assets in America, these politicians, we're seizing them. If you don't have assets in America, you're no longer allowed to come to America. Put incredible pressure on them. Put pressure on the banks, whatever banks have this money in them, and the bankers that have this money. And then when we find out who these people are, let's put them in prison. Let's put them under the fucking jail and take all their goddamn shit and use this to pay for Medicare for all. To use it to pay for the homeless. To use it to pay for school lunches. Let's do the right thing for once instead of letting the billionaire class suck every goddamn penny out of the system. That's right, isn't it? Eat the rich! It's time, motherfuckers. Let's do it. Of course, this is never going to happen. I'm just talking to my ass. Trump's president. Trump will probably get elected again. The regular public doesn't give a fuck. They love being fed upon. We have nothing but goddamn bootlickers in this country of awful human beings. But it's fun to dream about, isn't it? And we're going to finish up this story. Last chance to get in your super chats if you want to. This weekend, they had a big-ass fight. It was Colby Covington. He's a big MAGA hat supporter, big Donald Trump supporter, and his gimmick is kind of being a Trump supporting shithead that goes out and puts in everybody's face, yeah, we're going to make America great again. Are you triggered by how much I love Donald Trump? Well, apparently this black guy broke the fuck out of his jaw, whooped his ass this weekend. So, all the lefties and a lot of the black folks are real happy about it. Like, racist got fucking owned. Got beat the fuck down. Love to see it. Love to see it. We have a new champion, Usman. I saw the fight. It was a pretty good fight. Came right down to the wire. And, yep. Got his jaw jacked. So, suck a dick, Trump, in a bad way. In a bad way. And that's all the stories I'm going to cover tonight. Let me finish up the super chats. Beast Nation 2009. Trump tries to get his own country hacked. Trumpers don't bat an eye. A gay actor plays Jesus and Trumpers lose their goddamn mind. Priorities? They don't have any priorities. They don't give a shit, right? It's all fake. It's all 100% absolutely fake. They have picked their side, and it doesn't matter what the fuck their side does. It doesn't matter how evil it is. They're going to support their side no matter fucking what. It's a sunken cost fallacy, right? They've already put so much of their time and energy into believing their side is the right side that nothing will ever convince them otherwise, because to convince them otherwise, they would have to admit they've wasted so much of their time and energy into believing this shit is justified. And they absolutely would not do that because of their egos. Ego is a hell of a fucking drug, man. Just wanted to say, you're awesome. Thanks for being you, Dusty. Hey, thank you, Dr. Orangutan. I really appreciate it. Appreciate the support. I love you guys. It's an honor doing this show for you guys, and I will continue to do it for as long as I'm able to. That was the last of the chat. Last chance to get a super chat if you want to. Let me read a few of the chats for in the show here. What time is it? We did an hour and a half. That's pretty good for tonight. Pronounced Thunberg. Well, I know. That's what I said, isn't it? Thunberg? I already said that. Isn't that what I said? If it's pronounced like it's spelled Thunberg. So anyway, Cult of Dusty. Plot twist. That wife who emailed Pat Robertson's show was Greg Locke's second wife. Greg Locke, I think that's the hate pastor, if I'm not mistaken. I was going to play a clip of him earlier, and I guess I skipped over it. But wouldn't be surprised. Flirting with all the women's. Men are only as faithful as option. I already read that. All right. Yeah, be sure to like and subscribe the video. Be sure to leave a comment if you're watching this video on replay. Be absolutely sure to watch the fucking video and like it and leave a comment, because that's all the algorithm cares about. Do it for Al Gore. Aisha Hector gave me $2. I really appreciate that, Aisha. What else we got here? Cult of Dusty. Yeah. All right, you're just saying my name without any context. All right. Well, oh my God, Dusty is such a racist. Now he can't pronounce Danish or Swedish. I know I'm having trouble with foreign names. It's not that I'm racist, it's that I'm ignorant. And I guess they're not mutually exclusive. Just that I have my stupid Mississippi education. It's really hard for me to pronounce foreigners' names. Fucking foreigners. Cult of Dusty, do you think Trump will be impeached? Hell no. Trump ain't gonna get impeached. He'll probably win again. This is America. They don't fucking hold people accountable for the shit they do, especially if you're rich. It's Thunberg. Thunberg? The H is silent? Why the H silent? Why she got a fucking H in her name if it's silent? I don't accept that. Fuck that. I pronounce things like it's spelled. That's how we do it here in America. Dusty the White Logic, hell yeah. Dusty by soft litter. There's sand litter for cats. All right. I will have to look. I don't think that matters. I don't think she cares what kind of litter it is. I think she's just an asshole. Thanks for the great show, as usual. No problem. Appreciate it. All right, guys. I will be back Friday, as usual. We're going to do another show on Friday. Hopefully I'll have the material to do a great show for you guys then. I really appreciate all the fucking support. I love you guys so much. I will be back soon. Try not to get too depressed out there. As always, you want to support the show? Plenty of ways to do it. Look at the description of the video. There's plenty of links to like my Patreon, and you can direct tip me on PayPal, and there's merchandise. All kinds of ways you can help out the show if you want to. Sure means a lot. I do a lot of good work here with it. See you guys soon. Thank you very much for joining me. Not everybody. As always, logic. Fuck yes. Appreciate it, y'all.